All right, here we go. It is time for the New York Times crossword for Wednesday, April 16th. It is Wednesday morning. I usually record these the night before when they drop. And I just realized that I did not upload Tuesday's video when I recorded it. So I just put that up and I'm doing this and everything goes up just a little bit late for the next for a couple of days. Oh well, I do want to just get through this because I do have to get to work. It's 8 a.m. here. So, yeah, we're just going to slide through this. Same thing I've been doing for the past couple of weeks. Yeah, let's go ahead and get started. Like some colors or Zoom users. I'm not even sure what that means. Could be like faded or something. But let's check the down. So, rat's nest could refer to an actual nest of rats, or I think that's a term used for like messy hair. So I'll skip it. Lumpy fruit. We're probably going to end up with ugly here. I don't know what ugly looks like, but we just get ugly in crosswords enough where I feel good enough to pencil that in. Neutrogena shampoo with a slash in its name. I don't know, so I'll skip. Came out in favor of a certain breakfast product, question mark. So this is going to be a bit of play on words. And I'd have to know the breakfast product. My guess is going to be Eggo, but we'll see. Follow relentlessly could be tag. So if we check the cross again, assuming these are correct, no clue. We'll see what happens as we come back to it. Something, blank it go, let it go is not a question and would not fit into 4 letters. Let's check the down. It's a Grammy winning trumpeter, Al, or A1. Don't know, so I'll keep going. Like Ionesco's play, the bald soprano, don't know the play. Sugary bulk breakfast purchase. So I think we got to know what our theme is. And we'll just have to try to get the crosses to give us some hints there. But not faring so well with that so far. So a certain calculus expert for short. For some reason, I have a feeling it's going to turn out to be CPA, even though CPAs don't do calculus. So I'm going to just pencil that in. Or I don't know if they do calculus or not, but yeah, don't think it's part of the job. And the C here wouldn't actually work very well at all at the end of a word. So I'm just going to remove it. Matterhorn for 1. An Alp. Not a Disneyland ride. Home of minor league baseball's rubber duckies. So kind of want to put Alamo as a guess for something that starts with an A and has 5 letters, but I'll skip it. Nearest would be least. Is nearly out of breath. Present tense with the S is what I'll throw in there, but I don't know what it'll be. I kind of want to put pants, but that doesn't mean you're nearly out of breath, does it? I don't know. Let's do it. Drink with ground nutmeg. Can't think of anything. I'm even like blinking the downs that I don't feel good about, but the only thing that comes to mind is like eggnog maybe, and that would make tag wrong. I'll even remove this, so I need to make sure I come back to it. And if we check the 14 down, that's still a theme answer or a theme question. So, or the theme revealer, I guess. Places to find the items at the ends of 4. Or, sorry, 23s. Confuse me. Sorry. Doing some shopping for breakfast. So this could be something like going somewhere. Like most TV broadcasts now, in HD is the very likely answer. Mauna Kea, not your Mauna Loa. Shit, let's even pen that in. Because the least is the only answer here I feel confident about. And that would lock in the Kia. And I haven't seen either Kia or Loa in the Kea or Loa in the crossword in a while, so not upset about it. heavy hitter, question mark. So don't know what it'll be. We'll just come back to it. Flying Cloud and Royale for 2. So the and makes it plural. I'll throw the S in there. Certain calculus, expert calculus, actually here referring to like all the shit on your teeth. We'll put in the DDS, and we can even check here across. How would it go? Likely the answer here. And now we could check the downs one more time. So Al something, don't know. I don't know this play either still. One act is my best guess. Could be on something like on Broadway or on stage, but one act, we tend to see one act, two act pop up in crosswords, so we'll throw that in there. And now trying to start making guesses here. I won't do it quite yet. For sugary bulk breakfast purchase, but could be like wheat thins, frosted wheat thins. Could be just a question of like who, what, when, where. But let's go continue from where we left off with 18 across. So Flying Cloud and Royale for 2. I'm trying to think of like if it's a car brand, like old Geos. But I won't fill that in because I don't know 6 down and I don't want to confuse myself to think that G is correct. So we'll just come back to it. Threw one's hat in the ring. That's like volunteering. Ran. There you go. So this is probably going to be acronym. There we go. Site next to a barn often. It's going to be silo likely, so we can check the downs. Rat's nest, just a mess in general. Not necessarily hair, not a literal rat's nest. So it was in between the two things I had mentioned. T-Gel, I think, is the shampoo name here. And now we can check on that. Makes eggnog look better. Dog is what this might be. Heavy hitter. Don't know. I think this will be sledge. Like a sledgehammer hits like some colors or Zoom users muted. Came out in favor. Endorsed something of a certain endorsed ego. Because I'm guessing it's ego. But from the beginning could be very wrong, but shit, let's just throw it in there. General Mills brand. Just off the top of my head, I can't think of anything, so we'll leave it. Big name in blenders. Oster is the only brand that comes to mind. And I'll keep going. Damage, so to speak. What's the damage? What's the cost? So 23 down, places to find items at the ends of cereal aisles. And that would make A go wrong. Maybe that's tricks. Let's just throw that in there. Goes to hell. Rot's very likely. Not that if you go to hell you rot, but because the saying is rot in hell. Not just my hour. I'll even pen that in. I forgot to start penning things in. Alright. Strengthens as a relationship. Cements. Likely. Fella. Man. Likely. Gag costume. Some kind of suit. I don't know what's considered a gag costume. So we'll just check the downs. Indian tourist destination, I'm gonna guess is Agra. Pops up all the time when they say location of Taj Mahal, for example. Sound in a disappearing act, let's say poof. Ape suit is likely your gag costume. And morally contemptible would then be... no clue. Skipping already filled out ape suit, so on to the next is what I mean. So a skier's transport, that's going to be T-bar. Used to pop up all the time and haven't seen in a while. So we got Kia, we got T-bar as things that feel like it's been a while since they showed up. Exercised authority over, governed. learned. I'll check the down. For sure, for short, deaf. Form of solitaire 1, when only the 4 heist cards remain. Don't think I know of that. Okay. One might be cut at an angle. Don't know. Craving yen tends to be the answer here, but would be 3 letters. I'll skip it. Nah, I'm good. I don't know either. We'll keep going. Road rage. Roid rage. Risk of certain drugs. Let's pin that in. Greg. Is it with 2 G's? We'll see. Let's just pencil that in. 40 down. You did a blank job at raising me. Punny Mother's Day card line. Grand job. Raisin. Grape job. Raisins are grapes. Let's roll with that. First razor to feature a pivoting head. I think Itra is the brand that pops up all the time for razors, but I always mix it up with a shoe brand, which I think is Avia. We'll see what it plays out to be. Workers' rights group. AFL-CIO. So Tricks is wrong. It's gonna be checks. Endorse checks. And there you go. That's that makes sense now. Okay. Check 43 down. Words of affirmation. I'm gonna guess as I do. Delicacy in France and China. Frog legs. I don't know why I pinned that in. I'm not confident in it, but let's roll with that. Gru is going to be your villain for Despicable Me. Word before tight or time. Hang tight, hang time. Alright, so I do is wrong. I am is what's going to be. And 47 down. Common stove residue to be cleaned up. Grease, likely. Structure is commonly seen at ski resorts, something plural. Let's check the downs here now. One might be cut at an angle. Stem. Craving urge. Let's actually pen that in. Nah, I'm good. Will be pass. Let me check. Okay. We can check the across here. Form of solitaire. That's maybe 1. One's up, one's up. I don't know. This then becomes probably A-frames. We'll see what happens when we start checking the downs. Conspirator. Don't know. Doggy bag morsel. Don't know. Course. Rough. Likely. Woe is me, maybe. Now we check the across. Conspirator. Woe is me seems unlikely because the W by the E seems off. Rough is still on the table, but I don't feel like I can throw anything in here. So I'm gonna keep going. Alright, spittoon sound. Pitui, sure, fuck it, why not? Essence, trying to think of a word that may fit in here, especially with the X, and now it has me second guessing if checks is correct, but I feel like it has to be. Alright, gonna keep moving. Alright, meal in which a cup of wine is poured for the prophet Elijah. Cedar. I don't know this for a fact, but what else would it be? Products with peak sales before Easter, say dyes. So crossing cedar with dyes on the Wednesday leading up to Easter, definitely a choice. Have bottled up anger, likely stew. Lip puckering, let's go tart. Raison d'etre, with the E, I'm pretty sure, I think so. We'll fix it if it's not. Move to solid food, say wean. Nelson's blood, I have no idea what that means. Skipping, sure, okay. Be in debt, O. File taxes in Jew. perhaps be late. Something late. Files is late. Fifth beetle, stew. No clue. We'll see. Ballyhoo. So I'm probably going to remove both rough and woe is at some point the next time around, but we'll leave it for now. Solomon's wise, so we can pin that in. Xterra is your Nissan, former Nissan SUV. Bag of tricks. Whole bag of tricks. I think this will be whole. Whole. And then bag of tricks for sure. Alright, and then we can just do the everything crossing. So this could be very much geos, but I do want to leave that out for now. And General Mills brand total. REOs, there you go. Not geos, REOs. And now I feel good about that. So good thing I didn't put that in. I could have screwed me up for a while trying to get total, which helped that I didn't have any wrong letters in there. So now we can just check 14 down. So doing some shopping for breakfast, getting on don't know. It should be a cereal brand because of the 23 down, but I can't think of a cereal that works there, so we'll just keep going. Per diem, that gives me a good backing to remove both rough and woe is. I did think there was a good chance rough was going to be correct, but woe is because of what I mentioned earlier, being next to the E, I did. What did I put? Rep per. I did feel very unconfident about woe is, even though I liked how it would match with the cluing. So let's check downs. Doggy bag morsel. Don't know. Course. Don't know. And something me. We'll just have to come back. Old Flames is going to be X's, which isn't surprising, given that every cereal listed has the X on it. So we can lock in O, we can lock in grease, dyes. Okay, here, I'm gonna leave cedar penciled in. Kix is the cereal. I was thinking S was part of it and that the letter above would be part of it. So let's just pen in cedar as well. Getting one's kicks. I feel like it would be getting one's kicks in, but sure. Conspirator. Nothing comes to mind immediately, so we'll just want to wrap up next. Not looking at the clue, but Austin is weird, but if it is the freeway US 10, then that would make sense. There you go. Old long hallway. Long haul highway from Detroit to Seattle. Sure. Alright, so we've got everything but this southwest corner. Now we could just look to wrap that up. Even the per can be incorrect. So, conspirator. Trying to recall any vocabulary that can help here. Schemer, I guess. I was trying to think of something that means like someone you're conspiring with, but I guess that would be co-conspirator. So cool. Schemer, sure, lock that in. Essence, well, let's check the downs. Doggy bag morsel, scrap maybe. Course, don't know. Something me. Don't know. Let's check the crosses. Essence would be crux. I was thinking essence of a person, like aura, but essence of a piece of material, for example, could be like an essay or a write-up would be the crux. Nelson's blood, I still have no clue. Could be rum. And ballyhoo would be a do. Let's check the downs though. So scrap would look good there. Coarse, crude, and O for humor. And oh no, something's wrong. All right. Guess I gotta check everything now. What could be wrong? I do feel good about what we just filled in. Mess, ugly, T-gel I don't feel super great about getting one's kicks. Auster, hurt, not great about, for sure. Def, grape, one act. Whole bag of tricks. Oh no, what did I get wrong? Did I spell something wrong? US, the E here I wasn't confident about, but US 10 versus US tan makes sense, so let me just pen things in at this point. Muted colors, muted zoom users, sure. How would it go? Because the quote, I'll skip it, but I feel good enough about Alp. There, RBOs, I'll not pen in. Silo, total, I'll even skip. What? Rots. Governed. Here we go, form solitaire. Aces up, Mac. There you go. It's probably aces up, 4 highest cards. Aces would be your high cards, and this is where I got stuck because I didn't know the name of the card game, and I put man, which makes sense for fella as well, but Mac is the correct answer, and there you go. Alright, found our incorrect answer. I didn't pen something in wrong that I had to retract, which is great. It took a while to find it, but we're good. So yeah, that's me kind of messing up on a Wednesday and correcting myself. So thanks for watching, and I will be back to do the Thursday later today. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.